Hey everybody, Dirty Dan here. So one of the main things I do here on my channel is, of course, restorations. But what happens to the locomotives that don't make the cut? The ones that weren't worthy of a restoration? Well, they get sent to what I would consider my locomotive graveyard. And in my case, this is one of two places. They either get sent to the shelf you're seeing right now, or the box. Although the box is beginning to get phased out as it's literally bursting at the seams and it really can't hold much more. For anything that gets sent to the box, it's pretty much certain death. There's no coming back. The simple reason being is that most things that get sent to the box are simply destroyed or basically unrepairable. Like, for example, this River Osteophore, which, let's be honest, is pretty much obliterated. Now the shelf is a little bit different, as most of the pieces here are still semi-complete locomotives. But this varies drastically. There's a lot of reasons for a locomotive to end up on this shelf, but two of the main ones are, it has a fatal flaw that can't be fixed or would be incredibly difficult to fix, or it's simply not desirable. A great example of this first reason would be this Bachmann 060. The funny thing is, this locomotive is still functional. Mind you, not well, but this is still miles better than a lot of what's on that shelf. But, as you may have already been able to tell, this thing's zinc rotted to pieces. And the shell really isn't in great shape either. Now this Rock Island C430 doesn't look too bad at first, but the motor is completely toasted out of this thing. Alright, so what? Put another motor in it, right? But that's where that second rule comes into place. This engine just simply isn't desirable enough to be worth fixing. I mean, maybe if the shell was pristine or it was part of a set or something like that. The bottom line is, this thing's way more valuable as a parts locomotive. And that's the reason this whole locomotive graveyard is necessary. When you start getting into restoring stuff at the scale that I have, you're gonna run into some stuff that's hard to find. It's the same as having a junkyard for cars. All of these locomotives have something left to take off of them. That's why I keep them. And whether you like it or not, this is just an essential part of what I do. Now I also think this video is a great opportunity to honor these locomotives for their sacrifice. So with that, here's a compilation of some of these locomotives that have given their own parts to make others whole again.